Hey guys, just one hell of an intro. Alright, welcome back. It's the Exiled Gamer. Now, before we begin, again, I know I did this fairly recently. I believe it was a few months ago. We were doing another Minecraft World Tour. This time, we're going to be touring a lot of new things that I did. There are a lot of changes in this world, and I want to be sharing them all with you guys. There are some cool new designs, there are some sad things that had to happen in order to make this world more realistic, and it look just nicer all around. But first off, I had an official entrance to the world, and now it all began over there. So welcome. This world was established on June 16th, 2015, which is also the day of the first episode of 365 Days. And guess what? The world's still developing. So this world was built as my series, but was discontinued as a series because, well, the state of Minecraft YouTubers just diminished entirely. Just look at a lot of the other big ones at the time. So I wanted to thank the following people. DP Baller 12, who is my brother. Cool Kitty Got 12, who is my sister. Bacon Boy, who is my buddy Jack. Laughing Freak, my mom and dad. Orca Donkey, i.e. Tucker. And Charles and Brendan Villa. And I want to say thank you to all my subscribers. And even to you guys who are watching this video. It truly makes my day, and I wouldn't be doing this without you. This world wouldn't even exist had you guys not asked for me to do a Minecraft series. Although it was few of you, you still asked. So follow the river forthbound to arrive at our designated destination. Now, first off, let's talk about this. I did this fairly recently with the new update in Minecraft. There is a lot more texture and whatnot, and there are fish you can see. So I went and I took bone meal and I went underwater and I placed all of this. It took a while. I did cut down some of this and put in blocks I wanted. Made sure that it was light. And there is still certain things I'm going to be putting along here. I'm going to be putting along some boathouses, maybe some little boats, beaches I do want to incorporate. Here we have just a little bit of like a hobo campfire spot almost, and we have a nice little boat. Now there was a big mountain here, if you recall, but it was blocking entrance into my world, so I did take it down, and I ended up filling all this in, putting sand here, and then putting all of this beautiful stuff here. So here we are, ladies and gentlemen. We are at the world, and it looks pretty stunning at night. But this isn't even like the best part about the world. This is just a mere portion of this. This isn't even. This is like a third of the world right here that we will be going over. Now again, this will be a long video. I apologize for that, but there is so much stuff to cover here, and I know it doesn't look like it right now, but there is a lot to uncover. So I will be putting up timestamps right now. If you look on the screen right now, and I will bring this up again. Click on, or don't click on, excuse me. I ain't that educated or smart, or don't have that access. Look at the following time. Go to the designated time to see a certain world if you have limited time, or if you want to see all of my world, then continue watching. Thank you again, and this will be this little portion right here will be up again. So here we're gonna start off nice and simple. We're gonna start off we departed from the weather center and our world news station. So here we have a bunch of computers. I know they're very poor. I do actually plan on updating this one day, because right now it is not very updated. And then here we have the green screen where we can film the news. And actually, we do have some maps here. So this is my map. This is not the latest map either. This is still pretty old. This is an older model of the map, and I don't even know where this is. Oh, this, okay, that. Okay, so I really can't tell where that is because everything has changed so much. I don't know, honestly. All right, so let's close these doors up. Over here, you know what, why not? We don't have anything else beyond this point. Over here. So here we have the train station. Just a nice little touch. Now, let's off with a tutorial. I didn't realize that this was going to be, I thought there was going to be a staircase to it. And I didn't really think about it, so I will end up cutting down this fence and shrinking this up. And I will probably put grass there because sandstone seems pretty unlikely. And kind of, like, imagine falling on that. That would hurt. So, again, with the train station inside, there are a few little shops that have absolutely nothing in them. And then here we have the train itself, which, if you would take the train tracks under the ground, you would reach the other side of the world. Just a nice little bench here as you wait for the train. So not really anything for use, just kind of nice little touch. It was recommended to me by a good friend of mine. Here we have the bank. The bank is just generic rectangular shape, generic fencing to walk in. You wait in line. You get up to the front. There are ender chests here. They glitched and they're invisible. And you ask them, make a deposit or withdraw. And then say there was a robber. You're all good. No need to fear anymore. Because everything goes into lockdown. Now, if only I could have it so that there were iron doors, and that would actually shut down the doors as well, and close that glass up. That would be really cool. Maybe that is something I will have to do in the future. So that's just this little corner done. I do still have chests around for when I built these in my YouTube series. And I still have materials on them that were left over. So I will take them down at some point. But right now, I just have them sitting out. I don't want to disturb it for some reason. Now right here, it's just a little radio tower I built. It is a very poor design. But it is something I built quite back. And I think it just has a sentimental value to me. I forgot that I can change the position of these things. Anyways, here we have my good old friend and associate, Goldman. Of course, I no longer talk to him. But he was the first person to actually come into my world and build a house. So this is his fashion. Just a little theme shop he had. And then, of course, up here we have his living quarters. Now, this actually now belongs to my brother, DPBaller12. So, this was originally all orange and yellow carpet because orange and yellow were his favorite colors. And by him, I'm talking about Goldman. But I changed them out because it didn't look that good. It didn't fit in with the, kind of with the wooden theme of this pump. Of course, you have those two buildings right there, which I will talk about plans to remodel and fix them. But over here we have a skywalk, which is a very nice addition that he built. It goes over the water that is down here into a separate area of the house. Very barren area right now. He hasn't decorated this in about a year, or at all, since we built it a year ago. You can get a nice little view here, and then if you go downstairs, you get more of a kitchen area, a lounge area, and then, again, you can see the stairs leading up to it, which just led up to the top area, which I will show off in a few minutes. And then, of course, another view over there. This is just a closed area. It will be a kitchen once either himself decides to join in and finish decorating it, or I finish decorating it, or I decorate it for him. Here we're looking out. I probably will put stairs here so they can get down there and put like a boat down there so they can go fishing and whatnot. Just a nice little leisure area. And then here we have all of his parrots in a very nice and appropriated room, just like the jungle. So that is his house. There is one more part of it, which is what I said I was going to talk about. This is actually NSOC Goldman's house up here. I still say it's his, just something he built, and it's something I have of playing with him all the time. Very abstract in terms of choice of blocks. There's this type of... It's just a big mixture of wood. And I can't say it looks really good because it doesn't. It is a design that he built. This is something I did not build, and I think it's nice to just have it here as a reminder of the good times we had together. So now we are actually going to go down here. Okay, so now we are actually going to be going into this house as well. This is a build designed by TSMC Minecraft. Great YouTuber. He's a lot of great builds. Some not so great. but that is just because I'm not a big fan of some of the builds he does. He does theme builds, and this is a clock tower. It is a beautiful build. So this is the main level. We have a lounging area. We have a book area. We have a guest room, a kitchen, a chest area, another lounge area with some books, and then we have the main room itself. A very nice view, and I will be putting a ladder to go up so you can see out of those windows there to get a really good view of the world. This is currently uninhabited. No one lives here. It is just a cool design to the world. So now we're going to be going across the street to the cool school. Actually, oh yeah, we're going to go here first. So this building was the, let's see, it was my house, that building, and this. This is the 4th building I put in my world. The 3rd one after my house. And it is very old. I have not done much with this. This was kind of more of a role-playing thing, more than anything. Now, this wool I do not like, so I will be tearing all the wool off and replacing it with a more fitting block, maybe concrete or something. Again, as I said, that all back there, and there's a wandering trader, huh? All that back there is going to become grass, as to be more of a typical playground, and then I will update the exterior because this looks very strange. So in typical classrooms, you know, what is this? Cooking class, and even you've got like fighting class, and then upstairs you just have a general class. Now that, excuse me. There is a way to get outside if you go through here. You go through here, and then bam. Pretty neat. I mean, this looks more like a prison than that building, which is kind of ironic, because the school is next to the prison. So let's go there next. Actually, I lied. We're going to talk about this building that is right across from this. We have the pet shop. This was a build that I had in my very first Minecraft world. It is originating from Steppy Longhead, who was my favorite YouTuber as a kid. I loved watching him play Minecraft. All of his builds were really cool, and he is the reason I got into Minecraft. So I want to say thank you to him anymore because he is more of a kids YouTuber. He is still the one me to do Minecraft. So again, this might not be a very cool building, just a generic square with glass, but it does have some sentimental value. So here we have the police station. Again, with wool design and snow. The snow I will be replacing with white concrete, and then the blue wool I will probably replace with concrete as well, or maybe even obsidian. Probably black concrete because it looks a lot nicer. So here we have an office. We have like a desk area right here in case you got any problems. Another office right here for my brother. And then in here we have 2 cells. I will be building a prison at some point, which I guess kind of shows that I don't have a prison. But, oh well. So here we have my sister's favorite area. We have the hospital. I built this for her. She wants to be a nurse when she grows up. You know that it is quite a long ways away. It is still good to have a dream. And she always comes here whenever we play Minecraft together. So this is her desk. We have room for medicine. We have some intellect, a room of intellect in case we... I don't know. I don't really know why you would come in here. I mean, if you're a doctor, I would hope that you know all this stuff and wouldn't have to come and look in a book. Then here we have the checkout room itself. So pretty cool. Again, just typical rectangle shape. You can tell these were very old designs because they are just all rectangular. Now, of course, a lot of things I build now are still rectangular, but they have a lot more depth to them. So this is the Birch Church. This was the first building I made besides my house. So just what you'd expect of a church. Again, very old. I will probably be putting a lectern here instead of an enchantment book. But the enchantment book does look a lot. Actually, it doesn't fit in, but it still fits in. And upstairs, of course, we have the choir section. This is kind of similar to my own church. Of course, not as big and very disorganized and claustrophobic, but still a somewhat close representation. Here we have a good friend of mine. This is his house. This comes from Minecraft Builder's Handbook. That's a great, a lot of cool there, but this is the only one that I really liked. So I snagged this one. So anvils. Down here we have a kitchen table, a TV, more chests, and then back here, over there we've got a campfire. With an actual campfire now instead of a lava block. Oh, that does hurt you. I expected it would hurt you, but I didn't. And then we have a pool, and then there was a polar bear over there, but it didn't really fit in. Put it down. So over here we have the Blacksmith Shop, and we'll talk about this building in a second because this is kind of a weird building. The Blacksmith Shop is the item pickup. There is a I'll actually show it off quickly. So you just buy armor and stuff of every quality. All the armor and stuff is right there. And but if there is something you need to pick up that is repaired, you can just throw it in. You can throw it in the hopper, and it will go all the way to the front to the item pickup. And down here, I have a little lounge area in case I ever needed stay the night or sleep. And then, of course, you can just get out over here. These levers. Okay. Whew, there is a lot of stuff. Again, I apologize, but there is a lot of stuff I've been working on, and a lot of stuff to commentate over. So we have a meditation room. Nothing special, just a bunch of seats with a enchantment table. If you did watch my Minecraft series, there is a secret here. I'm not gonna show it though. I think the video should still be up. A lot of my 365 days videos are taken down because they were cringy and didn't represent my channel in the best way. So I did take them down. There are a few that are up though. Now you guys will remember I had a treehouse here as well. Very ugly looking treehouse. My friend's house was here. I built it for him. It was absolutely disgusting. Did not fit in whatsoever. So I tore it down. I probably will put a tree or something small here. Maybe I'll add another horse pen. But now there is nothing here. So behind me, we have the post office. This is another area that was. This is something that was in my original role that I also did transfer over. Of course, the overall design and shape of it is different. You put mail in here, and then you can send a lever, and it puts piston up. Not out here anymore. Sorry, not here. This piston is useless. But over here, if you signal this signal my sister's house, so she knows she is mail, because she always wants me to put mail in her mailbox. Right here we have the stage in case there is ever a big announcement we need to make. Say we're going to war or something, which never happened, thankfully. We can just talk about it here. Meetings. Here we have the horse pens, obviously. This is something fantastic that I'll be talking about in a second. But first we're going to go over here. This is the lab. I have it in my house. Just this little secret area. Waterfall here. And a nice little relaxation. Very beautiful area. We have the tree train right here, which I will show off later. And there we have the way leading to my city area of my world, which will be the other half of this video. So, here's my sister's house. It is just a generic house, once again, rectangular shape. I need to put overhangs yet to add more depth. So, generic inside of the house, pink wool, because why not? Chest room down here for all of her loot. And then over here we just have a regular room with a few chests in it. This added more depth, honestly. And then up here we have her room, her cat's room, and a bathroom. Very cool. We have a mirror. Then we have a toilet, a sink, and a chest with toilet paper in it. Well, I don't know why it's over there. I'm not sure. Then we have a balcony right here. Now, another thing I removed, unfortunately, is the cat house. This was right up against this, and I wanted to add more depth to it, so I tore it down. did not fit in at all. So the cats are with my dogs in the doghouse right now. Ooh, there is one thing right here I forgot to show off as well. This is my friend NSOC Fairhaven Villas house. This was something I built for him a long time back. I haven't talked to him much recently. We are still friends, but I haven't talked to him in quite some time. Just a generic house once again. Then over here we have the dog park, which I'm not gonna walk through. At the end of this, you guys will be able to see it though. But there is a biscuit part right there. You can go ahead and a bone part. You can buy bones there and food if you're hungry, and then just a big open area over there with some dispensers for food. And then I believe that leaves just one. Now there is actually a building I forgot to mention that got torn down. The barn, I had a barn over here. It was a very old, I'll show you. Right in this area right here, it was a barn made out of bricks. It was very disgusting. It was old, and it looked very dark and scary, which wasn't what I wanted to go for. So I took it down. I slaughtered all the animals, filled up all the holes that I had made, and then I will be building a new barn here at some point, but I am going to make sure it's going to be much brighter in terms of color and mood. Now right here we have the upstairs of the Enderman Cafe, which is a cafe me and my brother built. This was the first thing, this is the first restaurant of our world we built together. A very cool little place. I still like the design. We have the dance floor right here, a little jacuzzi, and then we have a staff-only room, which I can go to. A key. I do have a pickaxe, but I don't know. Let's stay on my brother's good side, shall we? So there are a lot of ways to get into my house. That is one of them. We will be going over that way in a bit. But now it's time to get to the monstrosity that is my house. This... I honestly don't know what I was thinking when I built this house, but it works. It is my house, and I'm proud of it. It took a long time to build, and to change it at this point would be a huge thing to do. So down here, we have more parts that I will be building in the future of my garden. But this is my garden, as it is for the moment. Now... down here, I'm not going to go down here. It is a lot of useless storage rooms down there. Oh, shoot. It's a lot of useless storage rooms and a few guest rooms. So there's nothing cool down there. I don't want to waste time with petty things such as that. This is my room. It's a great place. This is where the home is where the hearth is. And there's no campfire here, so. But there is a hearth right here, so I guess we are okay. Again, another entrance to the lab right there. Up here, we just have a seating area, balcony to look out in this column to see how everything's doing, how everything's going. Why do I have wood right there? Anyways, over here we have my good friend Megatron Killers. I don't talk to him anymore either. Now this is very abstract. I will make this all spruce wood. Because there used to be a window here, but I tore it down because I built a dog park, which required me to actually build the level of dirt up. So this was just looking like underground, and that was kind of lame. Over here we have the living room and the kitchen. So kitchen right here, I got a lot of food in here, and then the living room, of course, is a nice little touch. Over here, there is nothing, despite what it seems. I was going to build something here at one point, but I am going to be just closing this off. There's nothing I can really work with the space here, so I will be closing that up again. But now we move on up to the higher levels of my house. So here we have Henry and Henrietta, the snow golems. A very cool design that was requested by a viewer. I don't remember who requested it, but it was a good viewer of mine. Here we have the, excuse me, beautiful bathroom. Beautiful, I wouldn't really say so, but it is a bathroom nonetheless. Over here we have a part of my watchtower. Now again, another one of these chests and blocks in it. Here we have the glass wall, and then up here we have leading up to the same place that would have been able to have gone had we followed the ladder up from here. This is the clubhouse. Now, there was a tower up here, which led to a flag of my world. Tore it down. It was very ugly. It was a weird sort of messed up spherical block, if that's even a thing. So I tore it down 2 days ago, and it honestly, everything seems to now. Here we have a Christmas tree. We have a big table. We have our DJ. And then we have our path to the rest of our house over there. Now, there is the exact same thing upstairs, because I never knew how many people were going to be coming into my world, and I've never actually had part of my clubhouse. But it is a very nice addition instead of having an extremely tall, wall and not having anything to put in it. So here is just a nice little area you can gaze over the world. And you can already see a bit of the nice city over there. And then here, of course, leads to the exact same area where we would below. Again, you can see all of this. So right there, actually, I will actually go. I'm gonna show off that off. But there's the dog park, per usual, and that building right there, I will talk about once I get there. This is just an open room right now. Nothing special about that. Here we have the theater room. This actually got burned down about a year and a half ago. Lighting hit it, and it started to fire, and it burned nearly all of it down. Luckily, I was able to put it out before it got to most of my house, because this was all made of wood, so it would have spread pretty darn quickly. So, that's terrible, and I probably would have stopped just this world altogether. So, right here we have a visitor. No one has claimed this room. Again, it's just a room for visitors. Here we have the green room, just a bunch of plants and stuff, so that we keep that little bit of a natural aspect. Here we have nothing. Be another visitor room, and over there we have nothing as of right now either. There's been so many things I've been trying to build in this world at once that there are a lot of builds that I have just downright stopped doing. So here we have an infinite water source, and then over here we have more parts of my house that I'm continuing to add. And then just a nice little area of openness in case you gotta get inside for quick access to my house. And then we have a view of the dog park right there. So we're almost done with the house, actually. We just have one more little area, and that is up here. That is right below the area we were just at. So again, there's the clubhouse. Actually, I forgot about this area. So this area right here was a very weird blend of like acacia wood. So I took that all down. I filled it in with this spruce wood. So here we have Polly the polar bear, and we have just an iron golem. Just have some visitors, and we have a nice little view here as well. And then that also leads back to the Enderman Cafe. So as for this part of the house, right here, we have my office. This is Creeper Gaming 64's office. That is my old gamer tag. I know, I changed it because it was very childish, and, you know, playing adult games, trying to find groups for it, very hard to say that I wasn't a squeaker and knew what I was doing. So here, if you had any visual, you can come and talk to me. Over here we have the library. Not here, this is actually the chest room. Here we have the library. Now this is a room I made sure it was fireproof after one of my big houses in Minecraft Pocket Edition burned down, because I had no clue fire would actually I made sure this was fireproof, and this actually burned down as well, as you can see with some of those blocks there. But luckily, because this room was fireproof, the fire just broke the roof, and that's all the damage that was done. Now, this room right here is another room of a good friend of mine, Matt Zambi. I haven't talked to him in a while. I will be remodeling this room, making it look a lot more like that. It's gonna be made out of wood. That area right there, I will be putting another cover on, just so it doesn't look like it has a bare top. Here we have just a nice little stone crafting hut. We have armor stands with every type of armor in the game right there. And over here. Alright, we'll show this off, actually. This will be the last part of the house I show. Or, that I will need to show. This leads to a part of my world that I had a huge plan for. This is very unorganized. It's just very ugly. But over here, I was planning on building a village back there at one point, actually. But I never got around to it. And I don't think I ever will. That was a very cool idea at the time, but it's just, no. So here we have a nice little view of my world. And I built this a long time. This was another one of the very first things I built in this world. Now, this was built because I believe that at, like a year later, I was going to have built all the way over here, and it's not even that close to over here yet. And if you recall, my one video where I had a battle with a serpent that was very poorly designed, it was right over there, actually. And here we have a giraffe, just for memes. Then up here we have an even higher view. Very nice, very nice. So this is kind of an obsolete build that I nearly forgot about here this time as well. So let us actually just get back the minecart. Let's get back. Let's start looking at the stuff that actually has more depth, more value, that is more interesting. So I was gonna build a snow golem thing here. That's why I put snow there. Voice gave out. That's why I was gonna put. That's why I put snow there. Was because I was gonna build a snow golem village for Henry and Henrietta. Never got around to it though, and I'm never gonna get around to it because that's not something that really interests me anymore. Not something I really want to build. I probably will build something there at some point, but right now I don't really. I have so many. Again, as I said before, I have so many things I want to build. That is not one of the big ones. So again, infinite water source. We already talked about that. Whatever. Here we have the doghouse. Oh my god, my voice. Here are the doghouse. A bunch of raw meat and cooked meat outside that I meant to put in. But here we actually have where the parrots are. So just generic. I will put some leaves in here for the parrots at some point. Chests of seeds and whatnot. Now here, this actually leads to the basement of my house. But again, who cares about that? Basement is just a bunch of stuff that no one cares about. Now, rotten flesh isn't here. And we have some actual meat. Here are all my dogs. We have Grant, Snickers, Steel, Sonic, Nacho, and Alpha. Over here, we have my brother's two dogs that remain, and they are Clarence and Sparky. Okay, so that is it for my house. We're going to be moving on to the bigger part of my world. The part that is the most new. Part that I'm still developing every single time I log in. This is just a Massey Pressy. This is from iBallistic Squid in his Minecraft Pixelmon series. He built this, and they had a huge Christmas celebration, and I built this too, because it was something I always imagined that I was going to do, where I was going to have all my friends join me in Minecraft, and we were all going to sit down for Christmas and have a big party. Now, I never got around to that, because I have no friends. Nah. Anyways, we're moving on to the big stuff. Now, this is the tree train. This will quite literally take you across the world underground over there. But we're going to take this route because why not? So here with the fire station. This is one of Stampy Longhead's builds. Again, I was a big fan of this guy again. So here we have some fire trucks. We have a license plate Vulcan 365. And we have the fireman's gear right there, which I should have dyed all of that red, but that's the future. And then here we just have a nice little claustrophobic living quarters up here. Got some books here in case we ever want to increase our knowledge. We got some chairs. We got some tables in case we get hungry, and then we have the fireman's pole right there. Here we have the hotel. This is a very old build. This is the first hotel I built. Very weird spot. This is the Soultel. A mixture between the words soul and hotel. All these rooms are very barren. There's nothing in these hotel rooms. Yeah, and then, of course, like this design, I like it, but I might take this down as well and put an actual better fitting hotel. But this was a design I built with my brother, so I'm gonna keep that for now at least. Here we have the creeper banners, and then we have a nice little fountain here. Now off to the right, now that is my city. This is the last thing we're gonna get to before I get to the city. So if you've enjoyed so far, leave a like. But we are getting into the more interesting stuff, I promise you. This is the Conservationist Park area. This is Seoul Park, so have fun. Mining and tree cutting are prohibited. There's no mining or tree cutting unless you have my permission. Now, failure to obey will result in imprisonment or just getting kicked from the server. Camping, swimming, and fishing are all allowed. Hunting is allowed, but be careful. Now, we got a nice little path going up here, and then if we go off to the right, you get a nice little overlook of the local town area of my world. Now, if we go over here, we have a nice little campfire and 2 RVs. Now, why the smoke is going so high? Because if you put a bale of hay or a block of hay underneath it, the smoke goes higher. Why? I don't know. That's just how it works. Got RVs in here. We got we got the seat to drive, and then a bed in the back. Same thing right there, and then we have a pond. Now at the bottom there is some treasure. Now you're gonna have to go find that yourself though. Just use your imagination. Here we have a nice little pond or waterfall situation. But please remain behind the fence for all safety. We don't want to get any lawsuits. And over here, follow again. We have just some very little Norse houses. That's what I like to, what's what they remind me of. Just little houses. Nothing special about them. But, that's all you really need to survive, honestly. And then we have a nice little pond here. All of them are the same. We got campfires here. But now, over there, there's nothing in that pyramid. That is just a pyramid I built in my world for a little bit of historic value. Then a mini pyramid right there as well. Alright, now, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be getting into the big stuff in my world. We're not going to be going through all of these buildings either. I'm going to be going through the exterior. I will go through some of the interiors of the buildings. And I'm saying this now, I'm probably going to go through all of them. But we'll just wait and see. So, we are going to go to the road. We are going to actually step into the city officially. Just so we get that nostalgic feeling. Excuse me. Alright, there we go. We are now in the city. So here we have the barber shop. We can see through the window. You got the barber stools over there. And you got the shears and whatnot. Here we have apartments. They're all the same. Same amount of room. Nothing in any of them. No interior design because they were built so that you guys, my viewers, would rent them out. And a few of them did get rented out, but not all of them. So here we have the bowling alley. Very cool, very generic. We have a bar right here. Bowling balls over there, and then we have the lanes right here. Now, there is ice underneath them, so everything actually slides, which is quite a cool design. Again, this is more of just a theme area. This doesn't really have any intrinsic purpose. Here we have just a nice little cafe. Fish and chips, as I call it. Now we got a, little ice machine here. We got, if you want to make a sub sandwich or something, kind of like Subway, actually. You can see them make it, and then you got some tables here. Now we have 2 ways we can go. We can go this way, which many of you can already see a big, giant thing that's missing. Talk about, just not right now. And then we can go left or we can go right. We're gonna go right because once we get to this point, there's nothing else to go down except to come back here and down there. So here we just have a big estate building. Now this is a design that is still being worked on. Now this is all made of wool, and I'm not going to be tearing this down because that is a lot of work to tear it down. And I do quite like the look of it, even though it is very generic. Now, some of the floors, though, I will be changing the, whatchamacallit, the block that was used. Here we have a pharmacy. You know, if you get sick, you gotta have a doctor's office. So this is where the hospital over by where I was talking about before, this is where they get all their medicine and whatnot. So here we have the official, whoops, excuse me. Here we have the mayor's office. This is the place where all the work in my world gets done. This is where I sit down, decide my projects, and, you know, listen to other people talk about what projects they would like to see and whatnot. Just a few offices here, and then we have my office here as well. Actually, or is this my office? Ah, this is my office because I have a little bit of a living quarters upstairs. Just a little bed, which this guy's occupying. You're gonna get fired, sir. But I don't really sleep here, so I guess he has it under control. Now this building, I'm not gonna go in because there's absolutely nothing inside. This is just a more modern school. This is like the high school almost. It's the cool school. So very neat design that I have done absolutely nothing with. So here we have a parking lot for my football stadium, which I'm still working on. Not where I finished it, but I do want to improve it a little bit more. So here are the other, this is where the train tracks end for that station over there. Now the football stadium, it took me forever to build. I built this alone. What is it? The Creeper Colonials, I believe is what it's called. Yeah, yes indeed. So you come inside, you get your tickets here, and then of course you got the area to get in. Go through there, and bam, you are in the stadium. We have seats all along the path. We've got the football field itself there. And then we have the area where the football players come in, which is very unorthodox because they just come in through the back and I don't know, sit here, drink their Gatorade, get pumped, jump and hit their head, and then they run out here and play football. The areas up there, there are a few shops up there. I will be putting more shops and be putting villagers in there as well as in here. But for the meantime, it's just a few seats up there with a few shops. This is a design I'm very proud of, but it doesn't look that good. But considering what I was trying to go for and what came out, it'll do. It'll do. Okay, so now we are actually going to the original part of my world, which is the fun land. In quotations. This is what Snappy Long called his area of his world where he had games, and this is where my Funland originated from. But actually, I lied. We have this area over here yet. Here we have the library. Now inside is just what you would expect of a library. A bunch of books and stuff. Now we talking about what I was talking about before, where that was torn down. What was torn down there. Here we have a very nice little house. We got the mailbox. 362 is the house address. Nothing inside. Again. This house was made. A lot of these houses were made for viewers to kind of claim and whatnot. So this house is very dark. I will be lighting up. But again, no furniture inside here. This building was torn down as well. There was a huge apartment here, and it was overhanging into the street. It was gross. It did not fit in. Now we're here, we're actually expanding even more, doing some road work. Because we're going to be putting more houses and stuff over here. Maybe even a baseball field. Here we have a house. Generic house. The design of it's kind of weird. It's a lot bigger than what I probably would have liked it to be. But there is furniture inside. I won't really go inside because this is someone's house. And it's not even fully decorated either. But here we have just a few modern houses, which I will make these houses go down a little more as well. Here we have just side-by-side houses. Everything is the same inside, same amount of room, just different colors. And then here we have multiple birch houses, which are very cool. I do like the look of them. And then here we have an apartment building. Or actually, yeah, this is an apartment building. Quite cool. Now, I actually never built stairs to get up, so that's kind of a flaw in the design. So it's actually kind of out of order right now. The inside of this house is all the same. There's a backyard. Now over here, we're actually going to go to the fun land quickly. So parking lot down here. We had a big Rubik's Cube here, and I tore it down because it was so big. There was nothing. The only thing that was inside of it were a bunch of mobs because it was just completely dark inside. I had a few sheep, but I ultimately I didn't use them at all for anything. So I built a parking lot here instead. It is still dark in some areas, so I will be lighting that up yet. Here we have, like over here is going to be a few games. Just like puny little games. Here it's just a racing game with boats. Here you have treasure hunting. You hide an object, and then you have to have a partner find it. Here you have a little rest stop. Nothing too special, just in case you want to set a day. So you don't have zombies and other mobs harassing you at night. Bathrooms right here. We got a food truck right there in case you want to get a bite to eat. Here we have a pig racing game. All the pigs died though. I don't know what from. And then here we have the Lighthouse. A very iconic design in my world. And then movie theater is over here. We have the tennis courts and the volleyball courts right there. Over there we have a house. Again, just generic house that is for rent. We've got our beach here. Beach is a very nice area. It is a very cool area in my world that I like to sit at sometimes. Just relax. Now here was all barren, but I did go ahead and I planted all of that stuff. Again, to do that, all you gotta do is take bone meal, go underwater, and add it. So here we have this. We got tickets right there, and money. We got some food and drinks right here. Then in here we have the theater itself. And there is a backstage area. That is only for actors, and I'm not gonna bring shame to that area of the world. So while we are actually gonna be reaching the 50-minute mark very soon, so we're gonna take a walk around here because there are. It's just this area around here, and then over there, and then we are basically done. We can call it quits. So this beach will be developed even further. We have another bit of the beach here. We got stairs going down towards it, stairs going up from it. A big bit. I will be building stuff on that mountain. Just a few little houses. Excuse me, because the view is going to be great from there. And here we have a little food stand, and then here we have the first of what is going to be a lot of beach houses. Now, this isn't really a beach as much as it is a marsh, but I do hope to beautify this place quite a lot. There is a witch's hut over there too. But this is a very nice design. This took about an hour to build. There is a tutorial for this on YouTube. I do not remember who made it, though. But this is not my original design. This is someone else's design. But I did take quite a liking to it. So there will be more of these in the future going along here, of different styles and whatnot. I probably will be building more roads over here as well, like I do have in the main part of my city. Now, nothing is actually really around here yet. I will be building stuff all along here. Most likely, I'm going to be building a couple shops. A house right here for sure, though, which is going to be a lot of breaking of this mountain. Here, I was thinking of putting like a Starbucks or something, because you gotta have a Starbucks in your world. Even though I'm not the biggest fan of Starbucks in real life. Something iconic is always nice. And I will be building a stone house up here, which currently the path is not even done with, which just shows you how well I am at starting and finishing designs. I start one thing, don't even finish it, and move on to the next thing. Oh well. The lighthouse, I'm not gonna go in. It's just there's nothing really inside. Actually, there is a path leading up to the top, which has like a little room in it, I believe. But there's nothing really major in there. And then over here, we have just, what is this called? Wow. Not my day. Oh, Lakeview Entertainment, because it has a view of the lake, duh. Here is just a little cafe. You sit up here, you know, you got comedians or music or bands and whatnot. You put music in there, and you're all set and dandy to go. Very weird shape, but this is my first attempt at trying to build something that wasn't a perfect rectangle. And it looks okay. It looks okay. Here we have my ship. I don't even know what I called this thing. It doesn't have a name. Oh, wait, it does have a name. Oh, I just jump in and swim. Okay. So I actually built this, but I built this above the water. Big rip on my part. So here we have just the captain's quarters. We've got the sail. We've got the bow of the ship, and then of course, no ship would be complete without a brig. And this was actually made before Sea of Thieves came out. So, Sea of Thieves, you copied off of my ship idea. Not really. You know how cool that would actually be? And up here we have the steering wheel, which is very unrealistic, but whatever. Whatever. Okay. There is a cat and mice game, and over there is the observatory. You can stand inside, and then there's glass at the top, and it's called an observatory, so you use your imagination. I'm just kidding. We'll actually go check it out. Stand in here, you can sit in here, hey Alpha, and then you look at the stars for stargazing, and then ender chest right here with all my goodies inside. Never mind, that's not. That's my stuff, my goodies. Okay, so we have one last thing, and then we are done. That is it for actually all my man-made builds. This next build is something it's just a tile generation thing. It's a village, but I lied. I did build in this village. I built a few things in it. Some that look pretty good, some that look not so good. So let's actually just head over to it. Now again, I'm still building here. I actually did put up a jeez. I put up a roadblock here just for, you know, because why not? So here we go. I built a big wall around this village, so I'm ready for pillager a raid. I actually can't get inside, so shh. Okay, now we can. Let me actually open this because it does not need to be closed. This is a village. I took a lot of these and I replaced it with nether bricks instead of stone bricks. So we got beds everywhere. You know, I didn't really change the interior. Oh yeah, I forgot that it alerts the villagers. So we got a bunch of designs in here and whatnot. Oh, I thought it was like on the wall. Okay. Again, nothing too special here. Just generic village. Church. This is a mansion. Very sad attempt at a mansion. It looks terrible. Here, I built this just recently. It is a wizard tower. You come in here, and it's just a place. It's just a holy place. If you climb up, you have a bedroom. If you climb up even further, you have a great view of the village itself. So we have the tower right there, the holy tower, and then you have two little villager houses that I built. Now that right there is a great phenomenon. It's it is a it's a pathway that you can you open it with a lever on the inside, and it allows boats to pass through. It's a pretty neat design. I like it quite a lot, but maybe that's just me. All right, so I'm not gonna go in that tower because that tower has nothing cool on the inside. It's just books everywhere. So again, I want to thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe, and I actually have one little surprise for you guys. We're going to be going over the world in its entirety. Now, we're going to be doing this at night. I'm going to be quiet. You guys have an awesome day. Keep on keeping on. See you guys next time. Quick mention, any questions you guys have, just put some in the comments. I'll be glad to answer them. Alright, see you guys next time. Enjoy.